and Allah is all-knowing, all-wise. As for those who took to a mosque for sabotage and for defiance, and to cause division among the faithful, and for the purpose of ambush used by those who have fought Allah and His Apostle before, they will surely swear, "We desired nothing but good," and Allah bears witness that they are indeed liars. Do not stand in it ever. A mosque founded on God-wariness from the very first day is worthier that you stand in it for prayer. Therein are men who love to keep pure, and Allah loves those who keep pure. Is he who founds his building on God-wariness and the pursuit of Allah's pleasure better off, or he who founds his building on the brink of a collapsing bank, which collapses with him into the fire of hell, and Allah does not guide the wrongdoing lot? The building they have built will never cease to be a source of disquiet in their hearts, until their hearts are cut into pieces, and Allah is all-knowing, all-wise. Indeed, Allah has bought from the faithful their souls and their possessions for paradise to be theirs. They fight in the way of Allah, kill and are killed, a promise binding upon him in the Torah and the Evangel and the Quran. And who is truer to his promise than Allah? So rejoice in the bargain you have made with him, and that is the great success. The faithful are penitent, devout, celebrators of Allah's praise, wayfarers, who bow and prostrate in prayer, bid what is right, and forbid what is wrong, and keep Allah's bounds, and give good news to the faithful. The Prophet and the faithful may not plead forgiveness for the polytheists, even if they should be their relatives, after it has become clear to them that they will be the inmates of hell. Abraham's pleading forgiveness for his father was only to fulfill a promise he had made him. So when it became manifest to him that he was an enemy of God, he repudiated him. Indeed, Abraham was most plaintive and forbearing. Allah does not lead any people astray after He has guided them, until He has made clear to them what they should beware of. Indeed, Allah has knowledge of all things. Indeed, to Allah belongs the kingdom of the heavens and the earth. He gives life and brings death, and besides Allah, you do not have any guardian or helper. Certainly Allah turned clemently to the Prophet and the emigrants and the helpers who followed him in the hour of difficulty, after the hearts of a part of them were about to swerve. Then He turned clemently to them. Indeed, He is most kind and merciful to them. And to the three who were left behind, when the earth became narrow for them with all its expanse, and their own souls weighed heavily on them, and they knew that there was no refuge from Allah except in Him, then He turned clemently toward them, so that they might be penitent. Indeed, Allah is the All-Clement, the All-Merciful. O you who have faith, be wary of Allah, and be with the truthful. It is not fitting for the people of Medina and the Bedouins around them to hang back behind the Apostle of Allah and prefer their own lives to his life. That is because they do not experience any thirst, nor fatigue, nor hunger in the way of Allah, nor do they tread any ground enraging the faithless, nor do they gain any ground against an enemy, but a righteous deed is written for them on its account. Indeed, Allah does not waste the reward of the virtuous. And neither do they incur any expense, big or small, nor do they cross any valley, but it is written to their account so that Allah may reward them by the best of what they used to do. Yet it is not for the faithful to go forth en masse. But why should not there go forth a group from each of their sections to become learned in religion, and to warn their people when they return to them, so that they may beware? O you who have faith, fight the faithless who are in your vicinity, and let them find severity in you, and know that Allah is with the God-wary. Whenever a surah is sent down, there are some of them who say, "Which of you did it increase in faith?" As for those who have faith, it increases them in faith, and they rejoice. But as for those in whose heart is a sickness, it only adds defilement to their defilement, and they die while they are faithless. Do they not see that they are tried once or twice every year? Yet they neither repent nor do they take admonition. And whenever a surah is sent down, they look at one another. Is anybody observing you? Then they slip away. Allah has turned aside their hearts, for they are a people who do not understand. There has certainly come to you an apostle from among yourselves. Grievous to him is your distress. He has deep concern for you, and is most kind and merciful to the faithful. But if they turn their backs on you, say, Allah is sufficient for me. There is no God except Him. In Him I have put my trust, and He is the Lord of the great.